Hello gamers and welcome back to Coolest Gamers Let's Play of Assassin's Creed Origins, part 40, part 40, and what a week it's been, what a semana it has been. I nearly lost my best friend to the perils of arguing slightly in favor of social justice warriors, and encountered a bunch of social justice warriors that I didn't like, that I would not have argued in the favor of, I don't know. Fuck English. Anyway, we're back in Nikiu Fort, where, you know, we're gonna kill dudes that we perceive from our perspective to be evil. Sometimes they just don't really get what this whole postmodern thing is all about. Sometimes you can't just kill everybody. But I guess it's video games, right? So patriarchal. I'm just kidding. I don't believe any of that. So there's a bunch of hostages and shit. They place these scorpions around these fort maps, and don't ever count on them being positioned anywhere near the commander, because it never happens. I mean, it would be one of the easiest ways to take out the commander, but I think I tag them a couple times with it, but they're smart enough to go seek cover after you do that shit, so... Which is only realistic, because in real life, if you had a fucking scorpion bolt go through your head, I don't even think you'd still be walking. But if you were walking, let's say it just like dented your helmet and you got a serious concussion, I'd say the first thing you'd do is you'd get the fuck out of wherever you were when you got shot. A lot of games don't realize that nuance of human instinct, though.
I'll kill you.
Oh, you'll kill me, huh? Yeah? Yeah? Just toying with that guy a little bit. Missing on purpose just to freak him out, you know, get in his head. Ooh. I miss heavy weapons. Recent videos I've shot, I've been using lighter weapons, and they're not as satisfying. They aren't as powerful. Let's do a little corpse decay there. See if that guy catches onto our shit. You guys are gonna hear some ASMR tier noodle slurping right here, right now. You just saw a man die, that's what's going on. You're next. That's right. Marashan delivers again with the hot and spicy bowls. This one's not as good though as the one I had earlier. It's identical, really. It's a hot and spicy with shrimp bowl, but there are like two kinds. And the one you want to look for, ladies and gentlemen, is the one that is like 1 out of 3 on like a tier. It'll show little chili peppers, and it'll tell you how many peppers you're looking to get. You want to get the one that comes with chili sauce. That's the good one. The one you don't want is the one that just says Marashan Bowl. Hot and spicy with shrimp, and it doesn't have the tier of spiciness listed. This one's not as good. It uses chili powder, which to me is more appealing, but in this case it does not pay off. So that's my review on the Marashan Bowls. Chili sauce, ladies and gentlemen, not the powder. The chili sauce. That's what you want. This guy, he ate 3 out of 3 peppers, obviously. You know, I really have to commend his composure to be able to continue to swing at me, even as he's screaming with agonizing pain. It's quite impressive. So did you guys hear about Louis C.K. today? He is what I like to call a sexual misconductor. He apparently asked several women throughout the course of his career, while on set with him, whether or not he could masturbate in front of them. A lot of them thought he was joking or declined. The ones who thought he was joking and assented were surprised when he actually pulled out his dick and started jacking off in front of them. And he would say shit like, "I'm sorry, I have a problem." He never touched them, though, at least according to his confession. I think he's coming out in the wake of Harvey Weinstein and Kevin Spacey. It's a dark time, you know, the age of heroes is past, and Louis C.K. was definitely a hero of mine, and now he's calling it into question. I was actually rather devastated by the news. I saw some article last night, and I thought it was a joke, saying that Louis C.K. was guilty of these things, and then this morning, I got an NPR report on it, and I was like, man, that is rough. Ooh. But I'm more willing to forgive him than I am Kevin Spacey, or especially Harvey Weinstein. Because it seems like Louis did not molest anyone, he just took advantage, I guess, of their opinion, these women's opinion of him, in order to get off. But it didn't involve touching or anything like that. And he seems very penitent about it. All the same, HBO has cut ties with him completely, and a film, I think, called I Love You, Daddy, will not be coming out any longer. Apparently, in a darkly mordant twist of humor, in this upcoming film, which may not be upcoming anymore, there's a scene where someone masturbates in front of another person. And that's, bad timing for us to find that out now. But I commend Louis for coming forward. Or did he come forward? You know what? Let me fact check here. I don't want to trigger anyone. Yeah, there's like basically vendor trash shit in this game. And there is vendor trash of legendary tier that sells for like 500 gold a pop or something. 500 drachma. It's all arbitrary though. You know, I don't know. Vendor trash is cool when it comes off of NPCs, I'm okay with it then, but when I have to go around grabbing it from pots and baskets and shit, it's just like pointless. Okay, apparently Louis is responding to accusations, my bad. He was accused by 5 women of sexual misconduct, according to the New York Times. But I feel like his case is not as bad as Kevin Spacey's, because Kevin Spacey did actually try to have sex with an underage boy when he was like 25, according to the reports. He was rebuffed, and I believe he backed off at that point, according to both his testimony and the victims. But it's still rather troublesome. And then even worse, of course, is Harvey Weinstein, who I frequent an anonymous image board. You can fill in the blanks. And on the television and film board on that image board, people have been talking about Harvey Weinstein for years. These suspicions and accusations and whatnot that he was a sexual molester of actresses under his employ. And I guess I saw that coming, but man, when it came, I mean, it was a landslide. It was a Cosby-esque scandal, you know. Sorry, I'm going to talk about political shit because this video is not all that entertaining, as I'm sure some of you would agree. You see, the reason I'm so disappointed by Louis, though, is that Louis in my mind, has always been one of the staunchest feminists that I've ever encountered in comedy. Because, I mean, the way he talks about women is like very, very complimentary and very, you know, he reminds me a lot of myself in that he feels inferior to women in a lot of ways. I mean, that's kind of a loaded thing psychologically, but you know, he talks about his ex-wife and how strong and sexy she has become in her old age, and you know, his show on Netflix, Louis. It's not a Netflix original, but the show Louis just features a lot of these very strong and independent female characters who are very interesting and very complex. I've always really appreciated the way that he has looked at feminism. So it disappoints me greatly to learn that, in a way, I mean, I think by the definition of the term he didn't molest them, but, I mean, for him to take up a stance of, I guess, sexual predation is disappointing to me. It really is. For him to have perpetrated those acts. Not take up the stance. He did much more than take up a stance. He took up a staff in his hand.
Hey! Something out there. Go take a look. Cover me. Hey!
And I mean, not to scandalous myself about the details of this, but he's not exactly a good-looking guy. So, I really doubt that there was much excitement from the women.
Right now. I light the beacon. Time to die.
I always have these adrenaline build weapons, and when an enemy is frustrating me with a particularly strong shield, I just get lazy and mow through them with that fucking berserk. The game gets easier, actually. One ability that I've gotten in recent footage that I've shot that's been really useful is the 4-hit combo, when you extend your combo from 3 to 4 hits so that you can land more hits before you have to recover. That's one of the most underrated abilities. I think it's 2 ability points in the warrior tree, I want to say. And it's indispensable. It is insane how useful it is. But it's a very low-key ability, easy to miss. Easy to overlook, I should say. We're gonna try to get to that brazier. Make sure this place is rigged. We're gonna hack the braziers. We're gonna hack the world. We're gonna hack Egypt.
That's disgusting.
I don't think the laws of physics really dictate that I can manhandle that guy as easily as I just did. He really moved around like he was a fucking scarecrow's weight. I'm a much smaller man than that guy. Not in real life. In real life, I'm 8'6". Dr. Disrespect can get out of here with all that 6'7" bullshit. That's some manlet tier shit. I am a monstrosity. It always excites me when I go to my videos on my channel and I see 1 to 3 views or something. I'm like, oh man, at least some people watched me. We avenged that sniper strike motherfucker. Sniper strike, I mean, I don't know. It's a really boring gamer tag. And then I realized, anyway, going on with what I was saying about my channel, I realized that those are my views when I watched back my video for certain parts. And then I That makes me feel real good, actually. Unironically, I feel amazing. I'm a masochist. I love it when people don't watch my videos. Feels great. I don't blame all of you people that aren't even here to hear me say I don't blame you. I mean, this is a pretty dull game to watch and let's play, but it's my maiden voyage. And there seems a relatively low chance Ubisoft will sue me. I mean, they aren't Nintendo after all. Huh. It's times like these I really draw inspiration from the words of Dr. Disrespect on his banner on his channel. I'm on top of the mountain, but I'm only halfway up. Dr. Disrespect. I still have heroes in this life. I'm grateful for that. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Papa. See you guys next time. One last slurp. Mm.